Hello, today I'm sharing with you my updated body care routine. I'm going to share with you Holy Grails, new finds. I'm also going to be chatting with my friend Mary at Skidobsessed Mary all about a new product that we have found in the last year that is our absolute holy grail for mature skin over 50. I started my skincare at 50. I was definitely late to the party for skincare, but I honestly did not take a second look at the body. And I didn't really notice this crepey skin that everybody talks about until I was around, I would say 57. I was just like, I woke up at 57 and looked down at my body and I had that crepey skin that people talk about. And I was like, uh-oh, I've been neglecting my body care, and we really can't, ladies. We need to have confidence in our skin from head to toe. Today, I'm sharing with you a body care routine that's going to actually work to help with crepey, mature skin. It's going to look better, guaranteed. I always start out with an oil cleanse. When I do my showering, whether it's evening or whether it's morning, I always start out with an oil cleanse. I tend to have dry, sensitive skin that's prone to eczema, so that really helps just wash up all the sunscreen if it's an evening cleanse and get my skin ready for all the amazing skincare I'm going to do once I jump out of my shower. The holy grail that our family has used for years is the Eucerin Calming Body Wash, but when I went to replace it, I got about 2 inches in here. And the other bottle that's in our other shower had like 4 inches in it. So I went to I usually buy 3 or 4 at a time. They've discontinued it. So I can't get it here. Apparently you might be able to get it overseas, but I'm not even sure. So I'm going to look for a new oil body wash. Until I find another holy grail oil cleanse, I'm using my second favorite by NATURIUM. This is a multi-oil wash. It does have a bit of fragrance in it. If you have a favorite oil cleanse for the body, I need to know. Just like my skincare routine for my face, I come in with a double cleanse for my body routine as well. That first oil cleanse is to break up the sunscreen, wash up the dirt, break up the sweat. My second cleanse for my body is a bit of a ritual experience for me. This is where I introduce fragrance into my body care routine. I have one new find and a holy grail. The Hinoki body wash by NECESSAIRE has been a favorite of mine for over a year. I don't know how many bottles I've been through of this. I love it. And I like the citrus scent of this. It's Hinoki, which is Japanese cypress. I love this. And this has a microdose of AHAs, BHAs, and PHAs. And if you're not familiar with that, those are acids that are exfoliating acids. But I was reading a little bit more deeply, and I did actually check the pH on this. It's close to the pH of the body, so it's not going to give you a deep exfoliation. It's not like a treatment step. This is still a very gentle cleanse, and it hasn't left my body care routine since I discovered it. But I do have a new find for you. If you love a citrus scent, you have to try CORPUS. This has the citrus and bergamot that I absolutely love, and a little bit of pink lemon. Now, the difference between these two is that this has a bit of synthetic fragrance, whereas this has essential oils. So all the fragrance in this is not from synthetic fragrance, it's all from the essential oils. And I call out that it does have essential oils because I know that some of you are sensitive. These are my two favorite second cleanses. Once I jump out of the shower, I don't completely dry off because I think we all know by now that dry skin doesn't absorb our skincare products as well as damp skin. So just like after I cleanse my skin for my face, I leave my skin a little bit damp before I put on my treatment steps. And I have several treatment steps to share with you. Some for your morning routine, some for your evening routine. Whether you're taking your shower or not, you need to do skincare religiously, just like you're doing skincare for your face. This treatment step is really important to help combat that fragile skin, that frail skin, that crepey skin that we get as we mature. Now, the first step, this is the revolutionary body treatment that Mary and I have both used, and we are considering it a holy grail. It's the OneSkin Topical Body Supplement, and I'm going to show you some before and afters you're not going to believe. I used this exclusively for 3 months, morning and night. None of my other skincare, just to see what the results would be. And you are going to love watching my before and afters coming up a little bit later in this video. But this is full of peptides. Whether you just jumped out of the shower or you're just waking up and getting dressed, the OneSkin body goes first in your body skincare routine. It acts to increase and firm the skin barrier. It has a proprietary peptide. Mary and I are going to talk about that later in the video, but this is a step that we don't skip. And after you see my before and afters, you're going to see why. If you want to keep your body care really simple, put on your OneSkin peptides, put on a moisturizer. I have one that I absolutely love. I'm going to share with you morning and night. But if you want to step it up, I have been trying a new serum that I absolutely love. It's by IOTA. This is the body serum called Super Cloud. It has niacinamide for skin brightening, copper tripeptides for collagen support, and it doesn't interfere with the peptides in this. You can use both. It's a double dose of peptides, completely different type of peptides. Peptides are just small chains of amino acids. There are thousands of them out there. It also has hyaluronic acid for hydration, squalane for an anti-inflammatory. It's also hydrating, and an emollient, ceramides for barrier repair, mandelic acid for even skin tone, and maltobacillic acid for smooth texture, as well as probiotics for the microbiome. This is an all-in-one topical. If you are not going to try the OneSkin, this would be my second recommendation. This is an amazing product. It has basically everything that your skin needs to combat that fragile skin that we're getting. You could use it morning and night, top it with a moisturizer, and again, call it done. For moisturizers, I have a new find to share with you. This is by the company Soft Services. It's a skincare company that does body skincare only. And this is their Carea cream, 10% urea. Now, urea in a formula can either be moisturizing and hydrating or exfoliating. This is at 10%, so it's going to be moisturizing. If you get beyond that, you're kind of headed into gentle exfoliation. And if you get up to 40%, this is by Pure Organics, a foot cream, really exfoliating, but definitely not something you want to put anywhere near your face. So 10% urea is perfect for hydrating. This is fast becoming one of my new favorite moisturizers. Of course, the last step in our morning skincare routine, whether it's for the body or for the face, is sunscreen. I have a favorite body sunscreen that I've talked about for years called EV Technologies. If I'm going to be out for an extended period of time, or if I'm doing sporting activities, because it's a very long-lasting sunscreen. It has some advanced filters, and I'll leave a link to that down in the description, as I will with all the products that I'm chatting with you about today. And if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my channel, please do so. I'd love to have you as part of our community. The second sunscreen is a new find for me. It's the Body Sunscreen by OneSkin. Now, this is only SPF 30, and I just put it on the exposed portions of my body, usually my hands, kind of my arms in the summer, and my décolleté sometimes. Usually I bring my sunscreen for my face down to my décolleté. It's going to be a 50 because this gets a lot more exposure. But if I'm just going out and popping in and out during the day, I have been using the Body Sunscreen by OneSkin. Another dose of those peptides definitely helps. This is a mineral sunscreen, but I will call out that it does have the butyl octyl salicylate in it, which some are considering a chemical filter, but it's not necessarily recognized as that by the FDA. But you guys have been asking me to call that out. I love the sunscreen, have had no irritation from it. Who wouldn't want another dose of the OS1 peptide? Of course, my morning routine wouldn't be complete without a little bit of deodorant. This is the one by NECESSAIRE, fragrance-free. It's been one of my faves for quite a while, but I have found that I love the CORPUS. This is their green scent in a deodorant. So it goes with their body wash. I love this scent, and honestly, it doesn't linger. It's just really fresh. It makes me feel super refreshed and clean. So I've been reaching for this lately. Those are some of my holy grails and new finds for my morning routine. But just like my evening skincare routine for my face, the evening skincare routine for my body care rotates from night to night, depending on which active treatment I'm using. I use retinols and I use exfoliants just like I do for my skincare routine. Incorporating retinoids into our body care routine as well as exfoliation are just as important as they are for our facial routines, especially as our skin gets creepier and weaker and more fragile. Of course, retinols are going to kickstart cell turnover. It's going to help thicken that epidermis. It's going to make those wrinkles look a little bit less apparent. And it's also going to help you be more resilient to skin tears and to that crepey skin. And exfoliation is going to slough off all that dead skin that's rising to the surface and give our skin just a brighter and more luminescent appearance without having that dull, flaky skin. So just like in my evening facial skincare routine, I'm rotating exfoliating products and retinols into my body care routine. My find from last year by NECESSAIRE, their 0.1% retinol with 10% AHAs is going to get bumped down because I have a new find. But this is a great product, especially if you've never tried retinol on the body before. You want to go slow. So 0.1% is a great entry point. Try it a couple days a week. See how you go. If you think your body can tolerate it, I have found one by SoftServe. This is 0.25% retinol. They only recommend using this 4 days a week max and starting with 1 day a week. If you have a retinol that you love for the body, definitely share it down below. Soft Serve's new 0.25% retinol is going to be my new holy grail. Also glides on the skin a little bit better than the one by NÉCESSAIRE. This is not quite as moisturizing, so I do have to come in with a moisturizer after, but I use my retinoid products on the body about 3 nights a week, and then 1 night a week, I come in with an exfoliating treatment. Still, my holy grail for exfoliating is the DRMTLGY. This is 12% lactic acid. This is no joke. If you have a broken skin barrier, or if you have compromised skin or some eczema, do not use this. Wait till your skin barrier heals up, because this will give it quite a tingle. This is not the nicest smelling product. I'm just going to put that out there, but it does the trick. In my evening skincare routine, I put it on, put a moisturizer over it, go to bed, and then I usually rinse it off in the morning. It just has that typical lactic acid smell, especially at 12%. It's pretty strong smelling, and that's what you wanted to do. You wanted to give your body a great exfoliation, and lactic acid is also very hydrating. So this is my holy grail exfoliating product, has been for years. The last step in my evening skincare routine is usually a light layer of castor oil. Just like a facial oil in the evening, this just seals the deal. And I do it right before bed, just a very light layer. It doesn't take much. Queen of Thrones is my absolute favorite. And I've been using this now for about a year. Do you need a body oil? No. Do I love a body oil? Yes. I have extremely dry skin. And I have found that most body oils just sit on top of my skin. They just sit there and they just transfer to my sheets. This actually soaks in. So love this. And also you should know that if you're using a retinoid that night and then you put a moisturizer and a body oil, you're going to occlude that. And so it might have a little bit deeper of a penetration, as well as your lactic acid. So anytime you put a moisturizer, an occlusive layer over an active product, you might get a more intense experience. So just make sure that you're monitoring your skin and rotating your retinoids and your exfoliating products to your skin's tolerance. All right, that is a complete evening skincare routine. Now let me share with you something. If you're like, this is super overwhelming. I am a beginner. I have never, ever had a body care routine before, or an active body care routine before. I have a solution for you. It's by Slather. This is the first body care product that I used when I started getting into an active body care routine where I wanted to see some difference in my skin. Because this has retinol, lactic acid, urea, and squalane, it's got 3 actives in here. So it's kind of a one and done no-brainer. And it's super moisturizing too. You could use this as your moisturizer lotion, jump out of the shower, throw this on, call it a day, and forget everything else that I told you. Honestly, if you are a beginner to body care, this is the perfect solution. So that is a wrap for my body care. Now we are going to have a chat with Mary about how much we are loving the OneSkin body. We both have done an experiment using this, and we have a lot of information to share with you. And I have some before and afters to share with you. After we chat, stick around. I'm going to show you my before and afters, and then you need to run off and watch Mary's video. She has a lot to share with you about peptides.
I want to introduce Mary from Skidobsessed Mary. She and I have been talking skincare for the last 3 years, and we finally decided we'd sit down and record a collaboration together. Mary's done a dedicated video on the OS1 peptide. So after you watch this little chat we're going to have, I want you to run over to her channel and check that out. For me, it took me a long time to get into the science of this. It was somewhat confusing. I had never heard of senescent cells. Had you, Mary?
Nope.
And I'd never heard of zombie cells. So I kind of was at a loss as to why this would make a big difference to my skin until I started reading a little bit more. And it was 2 or 3 years into the product development before I really decided to take a look at it. But apparently, we collect these senescent cells, or these cells that no longer divide, and they have the ability to affect the cells around them and cause the cells around them to get inflamed, cause chronic inflammation. And what OS1 peptide does, in a nutshell, is help tamp down this inflammation and help our cells behave the way they should be. More helpfully, we can't completely stop cell senescence, nor should we, because it's part of our biological process. But apparently, OS1 peptide is helping us reduce inflammation, which we know is something we do not want in our skin. So Mary and I both decided to jump on this OneSkin bandwagon, give it a try. And we both tried the OneSkin body for, how long did you try it for, Mary?
Oh, I've now been on it for probably a year.
Okay, a whole year.
Yeah.
Now, I did a stop and start. I did it end of the summer last year and shared my results with you guys.
which were incredible.
And then I decided, and then I took the winter off. Why? I don't know. Well, it's not that it, okay, let's just say it. It is not the cheapest product out there.
No.
So I didn't take a break. And that was during the wintertime, probably when I shouldn't have. And then when I talked to Mary recently, we decided we're going to give this a try together. And I jumped back on it. And instead of just using it on my crepey knees, I decided to use it head to toe. So I went through quite a bit of it. And it was exclusively, and it was the only product I used, Mary. I don't know if I told you that, but it's the only body product I used for the 3.5 months. So
Okay.
what's your experience?
Can I ask you a question first? When you stopped using it, did your skin go back to where it was before you'd started? That's interesting. And that's why I'm afraid to stop it. Right
It did.
there. So for me, again, I was hearing a lot about it. There was buzz, people were talking about it, but I didn't know if I believed it, quite frankly. And what made me take the plunge first was I had done a video with Jody Lynn. She couldn't stand what happened to her face after not using the OneSkin during that period. And I'm like, wait, what?
So interesting.
So that is when my ears started to perk up and I said, okay, maybe there's something to that. So at that stage, I wasn't ready to test the face supplement because I was testing other things. So I just wasn't ready for that journey. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start with the body supplement. But what I did is I isolated only one area because it is so freaking expensive. So I
me too.
only
Went to the
did
knees.
the area. Yeah, you did the knees and I did this area here. And I'm so upset that I didn't take before photos because the crepiness that, I'm sorry, menopause is a thing. And that's where it started to show. All of a sudden I had a sagging, grody old lady arm. And this was when I was 53. And I'm like, this isn't right. So I isolated that. And I have to say, it took about 3 months. The result was incredible. Like it was incredible. And then I just got really mad that I didn't take any of the before photos because I thought no one's going to believe this. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't believe it. And I have not stopped since because I'm afraid of what's going to happen if I stop to that skin. Used it repeatedly for over a year. And then I started using the eye cream and I started using the face cream because I'm a huge eye cream person anyway. And the very first time I used it, I got on that day and I ordered another one. It's got that consistency that I like, the thickness. It's everything that I wanted in a cream. So I'm kind of hooked on OneSkin.
I am too. And I stopped using it during those winter months. And I definitely noticed a huge change. That's why when you proposed doing this collaboration, I was like, yes, I need an excuse to buy this stuff and get back on it. Definitely.
So how have the last 3 months been?
Beautiful. My crepey skin, I focused mostly on my arms. I did do head to toe, but because it is so pricey, I just did one layer everywhere else and really slathered it on my arms. That was kind of my main focus. So I kind of parsed it out, like 2 pumps for the leg, no more, and for each leg, and then 1 pump for the torso, and then the arms got slathered, So
It's funny because I only do this part of my arm, but not this part. And I do my upper thighs, but not my lower legs because it is like gold dust and it is expensive.
It is gold.
So I'm probably going to sign up to the refill program because it's
smart.
less expensive to do it that way. And I might stagger it so it's not all hitting at the same time.
You can just use this in a targeted way. You don't have to go head to toe. Like if you're just worried about your crepey arms, just go for that.
100%. Or maybe the torso or my thighs is an area for me now too. So I am very concentrated. I'm very sparing with it, but I know that it works. I've seen it work.
Yeah. I was so skeptical at first, but you are going to be surprised. This summer was the first time I purchased a sleeveless dress for an event and I wore it and I was being photographed and it just changed my confidence to the point where I was willing to do sleeveless. And that for me is huge. I don't wear shorts. And I have to say, I didn't wear too many shorts anyway. It's a me thing, not
It's
the
a me thing too. I'm right there with you.
I don't know. I just can't do shorts. But at least I felt so much more confident if I did want to wear a shorter skirt or if I did want to wear shorts, I felt just so much more confident. Besides the fact that it just makes your skin look gorgeous, it really boosted my confidence.
And I think that's the most important thing. If we feel good about ourselves, then that's the name of the game. It doesn't really matter what anybody else thinks. Not to me. It's how do I feel? And I found that this is a product that's really made the difference. So That's great. That's just
Yeah. It
fantastic
was
to
super,
hear.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I thank you for pushing me into doing this because I probably would have really skimped again and just done my knees. And I don't know, like you said, just used it conservatively. This collaboration gave me the impetus to purchase a lot more. And
Sure, OneSkin will
have
be delighted.
there. Lots of empties to share in my next empties video.
I do too. And I realize I only have one backup of the body now. So I opened one and
Oh,
there's
yeah.
one left and I start to get nervous.
I just finished my last one. And why I didn't think to purchase ahead, I've just been waiting for sales. Fingers crossed they have one soon. The first section of this video today was telling everybody about my Holy Grail products, my desert island products. And this is now in there. I mean, it's just, there's no excuse anymore, even if I just use it sparingly. If you haven't already seen Mary's video, she's doing a deeper dive on the OneSkin peptides. So right after you watch this, run on over there and check out Mary's video at Skidobsessed Mary. You are going to love her deep dive.
Thanks very much for watching. If you want to learn more about body care, check out this video. There are so many comments in that video where people have shared their favorite body care routines. You do not want to miss it, especially if you're new to even considering body care and you really want to take care of that over 50 crepey skin. Definitely check out that video. Thanks so much for watching and wishing you all a fantastic day.